What's happening, people? It's the homie Smitster 400, one half of Straight Off the Ave. Shout out to my co-host, Mr. Dubbins, and this is Smitster Reacts. And what I have for you guys right now is something from Jaguar Wright, man. As you know, Jaguar is, a controversial figure, to say the least. And she got words for Mary J. Blige. Apparently, she got words for Auntie Mary in regards to Diddy and Cassie and the whole nine. Because Mary was working with Diddy way back when. We all know that Diddy had a lot to do with Mary J's career. You feel me? So this is pretty interesting, man, to say the least, man. We're going to get into this without further ado. Jaguar Wright. Let's get it.
And I will call you a bitch until you start acting like a woman, because that fancy dog collar that Puff got around your neck and has had around your neck for the past 30 years, it should have been done got tight. It don't feel like a noose, Mary.
Ooh, out the gate, she coming with that smoke. Let's keep it going.
And so when I met Puff, I was, blown away. But it took some years to grow into that and accepting someone that just was so excited about being seen.
But it was so great to go on vacation and be on the yacht. Mary had her yacht, pulled up to my yacht. And I'm thinking about when I used to come and pull up on you.
If you thought Jaguar Wright was done spilling the tea on Diddy and his enablers, well, you're in for a ride, because Jaguar is back at it again. And this time she's putting Diddy's longtime friend Mary J. Blige on blast, accusing her of procuring Diddy's victims for him and allegedly covering up what he did to Cassie. So according to these viral rumors, the reason Mary was always seen hanging out with Diddy and Cassie, and later on with Diddy and his new girlfriend, Young Miami, is because Mary is Diddy's madam, or female pimp, if you will. And she supposedly assisted him in grooming both women and men. And get this, some are even saying that Mary...
Hey, that's a hell of an allegation. Allegedly. Let's continue.
...is bisexual, and that she took part in some of those freak-off sessions. Mary has been keeping a very low profile amid these recent allegations about Diddy, and some sources are saying her silence might be more about safeguarding her own secrets than defending Diddy. Others, however, believe Mary herself was a victim of Diddy's rage, and she's probably scared to go against him after all these years. But what exactly did Jaguar Wright say about Mary's alleged role as Diddy's madam? Was Mary a victim herself, or was she possibly more involved than what meets the eye? Let's get into it.
I love you, sis. I love you too.
I love you too. And it made me so proud to be able to let you see me like that,
Pull up on your own yacht.
So to give you some background first, Mary's journey with Diddy started in the early 90s when she snagged a record deal with Uptown Records at just 18 years old. This move made big waves, not only because Mary was the youngest artist they ever signed, but also because she was Uptown's first female talent. Diddy was tasked by Andre Harrell to manage the careers of Mary and Jodeci, and it was during this time that Mary crossed paths with her future husband, KC. Their relationship was tumultuous and abusive, and Mary later shared that what KC did to her brought back unresolved issues from her past. She said, "Depression from that relationship rewinded my life and brought back a whole bunch of other stuff that I had never dealt with." Now, this other stuff Mary was referring to stems from...
Damn, she was messing with... Wow, in my childhood. Crazy. Let's continue.
her traumatic childhood and being SA'd starting at the age of 5.
Ever since from 5 to 17, I've been going through hell with so, by the time I got to the music business, it was like, don't touch me. I'll kill you.
Now going back to Diddy, Andre Harrell made him the executive producer of Mary's debut album, What's the 411, and over the years, Mary often attributed her rise to stardom to Diddy.
When I met Puff, I was afraid of success, afraid to do anything that could put so much attention on me. And then when I met him, he was the complete opposite.
Yo, did this dude have his tongue on her ear in that bitch, in that drawing? Hold on, let me see that. He got the kissy lips. What's going on?
Afraid of success. Afraid to do anything.
Okay. That was just kissy lips.
Thing that could put so much attention on me. And then when I met him, he was the complete opposite. And he was such a good thing for me because I needed what he had.
Even just months ago, when Mary appeared on Drew Barrymore's talk show, she again brought up Diddy and claimed he gave her the confidence to go after her dreams.
Puffy, because he was a huge inspiration. When I came in the game, I didn't like myself. I didn't want success. I was afraid of it. But watching him, he wanted it so bad, and he was it.
But see, there's another side to this story of mentorship and inspiration, and there have been these bold claims made by multiple industry sources suggesting that Diddy and Mary were more than friends. Here's the scoop. Back in the 90s when Mary was dating Casey, whispers started floating around linking her to not just Diddy, but also to various bad boy artists like Nas, Case, Danny Boy, Grand Puba, and even Tupac. And get this, all of these alleged connections supposedly happened within a short 4-year window, and according to a long-standing industry rumor, Diddy would tell artists that if they signed with him, they'd get Mary as a prize. But hold on, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
What?
There's also this persistent rumor that claims Diddy actually got Mary pregnant at one point and allegedly pressured her into having an abortion. One blind
What?
item recently started circulating claiming that Diddy's ex Kim Porter knew about this and was planning to reveal it in her tell-all book.
Mary J. Blige being pregnant by Diddy, and of course, she had an AB.
Now the grapevine's been buzzing with gossip about
Oh, bruh. See, look, this is getting crazy.
how Diddy treated Mary, and if those reports are true, it mirrors how Diddy supposedly treated almost all women in his life, disrespectfully and even physically. Some sources even suggest that Diddy might have been involved in causing that scar under Mary's eye. And by the way, Cassie has an eerily similar scar above her eyebrow. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. And here's where it gets even more wild. Rumors recently started circulating claiming that Mary, who is allegedly bisexual, wasn't just aware of what Diddy did to Cassie, but might have even participated in some of those freak-offs. Scroll through the archives and you'll find plenty of photos featuring Mary, Diddy, and Cassie. And a lot of these photos show both Mary and Diddy holding Cassie's hand.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is getting a little dark.
And like they're her handlers. Also, when Cassie made her exit and Young Miami took her spot, Mary found herself back in the mix, often seen hanging around with Diddy and Carisha, adding more fuel to the gossip.
Hold up, bro. That don't seem like no, that's not a coincidence. That is weird that she would just pop back up after the fact. That don't seem like no coincidence.
There were grooming accusations aimed directly at Mary herself. Danny Boy alleged in an interview that he had an
Hold on, Auntie thick than a motherfucker. Let me go back a little bit. Auntie thick than a motherfucker.
hanging around with Diddy and Carisha. Adding more fuel to the gossip mill, there were grooming accusations
Look at Auntie hips. I'm tripping.
aimed directly at Mary herself. Danny Boy alleged in an interview that he had an intimate encounter with Mary when he was just 15 or 16, claiming she even flew him out to New York several times. Now, Danny didn't label himself a victim, and there's just a small age difference between them, but it's definitely a situation that raises eyebrows.
You straight. You did it like I'm 15, 16 years old. And she laying on the couch. And I'm sitting on the other end, and she laid down on the couch and put her head in my lap. And went in another room and lay down. And she lay down with me, and she kind of like backed up against me. And every time she backed up against me, I would move away, you know. And from that time, I had an opportunity to go out to New York and visit her a couple more times. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young, and I'm trying to show her that she ain't phasing me.
And then Jaguar Wright joined the conversation, and in a series of public call-outs, she accused Mary of procuring rappers for Diddy. During a viral interview with Storm Monroe, Jaguar didn't hold back and threw accusations at Mary, suggesting Mary tried to undermine her reputation by painting Jaguar as a substance user.
That bitch. She got on my page earlier today and created a fake Instagram page that said Jaguar Wright's crack pipe. What you need to smoke when your life has gone down the drain or something. I screenshotted it. I'm gonna text it to you.
Yeah,
and it had, the page had 2 followers. And the first post was a magazine cover of her, and then the second post was like one of my angry faces that they use on Instagram.
But Jaguar shot back, alleging that it's Mary who struggles with substance use, and she tried to flip it on her because she's scared Jaguar might spill the beans about what Mary was allegedly involved in during her time at death row.
And you keep getting on my page, I'm gonna call a lawyer. You gonna pay me too for defamation of character, because I ain't no crackhead like you are. Because everybody knows you're a crackhead, Mary. That's
Whoa.
why you came up with that page talking about Jaguar's crack pipe. You don't want me to talk about what the happened to you at death row.
Tell us, please.
Video takes to you at death row.
Yeah, Storm, tell us, please.
According to Jaguar, there was a disturbing incident involving Mary when she was in a vulnerable state, and allegedly, Suge Knight orchestrated a situation where she was taken advantage of by a group of men.
You shouldn't have been smoking crack that night. You shouldn't have got so high that night that you ain't know what them was doing to you in the live room, Mary.
They ran a train on
Mary. Good, Mary. Suge you up good, Mary. You no.
Yo, Jag be spazzing. That's a crazy allegation. Yo. That's a crazy allegation. Oh, wow. This one's wild.
I understand you traumatized. I understand you don't want to go back to Yonkers. I understand you don't want to be a Project Hood rat. But if that's not what you want to be, why do you have Project Hood rat ways? Because see, if you want to stop being something, you kind of got to stop acting like it.
Now, some fans call out Jaguar for bringing up this story because if Mary was high or drunk when this happened, she was a victim. And it's especially distressing to hear about this when you consider Mary's childhood trauma. However, according to Jaguar, she doesn't sympathize with Mary because Mary seemingly sided with the same men who caused her pain, including Diddy. Jaguar even claimed that Diddy selected Mary because he knew she could become complicit in his actions.
Because as much divisive as you done behind so many female artists back, the way you over Faith because you was jealous, you over a lot of people, Mary. It's not our fault that Puff picked you up because you had no talent and you fit his plan. That's why he had you running around the streets looking for every rapper possible to bring back to him. You were a procurer.
What's certain is that Mary has been by Diddy's side from the get-go, and it's possible she might have initially been taken advantage of and later found out herself, turning into a perpetrator or enabler. Sadly, cycles of often work that way. As for fans, while some are criticizing Jaguar for bringing up Mary's past, others are questioning Mary's alleged involvement in Diddy's actions. One fan said, "I don't get it. If Jaguar is a survivor, why is she mocking Mary, who she says was SA'd?" However, another person wrote, "The reason she has an issue with MJB is because Mary went from being a victim to bringing young artists to Puffy and making them victims." But what's your take on this? Do you see Mary J. Blige as another one of Diddy's alleged victims, or as his enabler, or both?
My take on this is a bunch of madness. A bunch of madness, man. This whole Diddy, ever since Cassie did what she did, it is a freaking snowball effect. And it's just getting crazier and crazier. So now Mary is implicated in this madness. Now she's a handler. What's this? Like Buddy with the Island and what is it, Epstein or whatever it was? How y'all feel about this, man? Like, share, comment, subscribe. This one crazy, man. Is Jaguar tripping, or do she got a point? This has been Smitster Reacts, man. Shout out to the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, but you made it to this point, go ahead and do it. You feel me? And stay tuned. We out. Owie.